Hello, in this brief tutorial we're going to be talking about how you can add OER resources to GoOpen and See that are already self-hosted on the web or resources that are openly licensed that you know about that you wish to submit for review on GoOpen and See. To get started, we first need to make sure we navigate to the platform either using the URL or by clicking on the icon in the NC EdCloud tray. So once you have gone to the platform, the first thing is to make sure you're signed in. You'll know you're signed in if in the upper right corner you see your personal avatar as well as you see links to items groups. If you are clicking on here and you do not see your avatar but you see a sign in message, please go ahead and sign in, as you will need to be signed in order to add OER to the platform. Next, we're going to click on this Add OER button, and this brings up the two pathways that we can add resources to GoOpen and See. Open Author is for resources that we have created that are in an editable format, such as a Google Doc, a Microsoft Word document, or another text-based lesson plan. Those types of resources we add to the platform using Open Author. For Submit from the Web, we are really focusing today on just those things that we want to add to the platform, but they're not editable. Maybe you have created some YouTube videos that you wish to add to the platform, or you have created a Google site of resources. Those types of things need to be submitted from the web. So we're going to go on and click on Add Link. And the first thing we need is the link to the resource. So for today's example, I'm going to be adding a recording of a webinar that I did earlier this year for Canvas. So we're going to add the link. And the system is going to pull in some information automatically from your URL that you add. So you're going to want to make sure you just go over that and make sure that it is all accurate and correct. All right, so I'm going to make sure that my title and description, this description is what's going to populate when people find the resource on GoOpen and See. So you're going to make sure your description is pretty nice and detailed. And then you're going to want to make sure you give attribution to this resource. So if it's something that you have created, you would add your own name. If it's something that someone else has created, you would add theirs. So for this particular resource, Christy Barham helped me with it, as well as we're going to just get at NCPPI. Next, we're going to do our conditions of use, right? So this is where we select our Creative Commons license for this resource. Since this is a state government resource, it's in the public domain. However, please be particularly careful that if you are submitting a resource that you did not create, but does have a Creative Commons license on it, please make sure you select the same Creative Commons license as what's on the work. So for example, if you found a lesson plan that you want to add to GoOpen, but it's a CC by SA, which means attribution and share alike, please make sure you select the matching license when you submit the resource. This is one of the things that the GoOpen and See team will be checking when you submit your links. Next, we need to add some information to make this resource more easy to find and found by the correct users. So I'm going to put in, for this particular one, since it's a professional development resource, I am going to add those tags here, and we do have professional development tags as well. The material type, so what is this? This is a presentation. The time required, the media format, so this is a video, and our interactivity types. The next thing is standards, so we do require every resource on GoOpen and See to be aligned to a standard. In addition to our North Carolina Standard Course of Study standards, we do have professional learning standards. We have the North Carolina Digital Learning Competencies for administrators and teachers, as well as the North Carolina Professional Teaching Standards. So if you're wanting to add a professional learning resource to Go Open, you certainly can, and you can use these standards down here to align it. So I'm going to add a tag for our digital learning competencies. This is going to be digital content and instruction, and the alignment tag is going to be their design technology enriched learning experiences. So I'm going to select add tag. You can add multiples to all of these resources. You can add multiple tags. You just have to do them one at a time. Same thing with education levels. You can certainly add multiples. You just have to do them one at a time. Grade level language. This is an English language resource. Since this video does have captions available via YouTube, I am going to add the captions tag. And then finally, we got to click and agree to our terms. So again, this is another good stopping point just to pause and make sure that if this is a resource that we have not authored, that we're submitting for review, that we have aligned it appropriately to standards, we have read the Creative Commons license terms, and that we've selected the appropriate license for this work, and that we understand and agree that the Go Open NC team may remove resources if they become non-functional or no longer aligned to our standards. So we're going to click I agree. We're going to continue. The system is now going to give us a preview of what this resource looks like. We can replace the cover image if we want. We can see the standard that we aligned it to. We can see any tags and authors. And then the last step is just to click on that submit for review. And this sends an automated notification to the Go Open NC team. And we do review submitted resources. We try to get to them on a weekly basis, but please allow up to 2 weeks for your resource that you submit to be reviewed by our team. And that completes this tutorial. So thank you so much for taking a few minutes to learn how you can submit resources to Go Open NC.